Wednesday night at the Capitol Center. Scott Stevens scoring early in the second period with his first goal of the playoffs. Seconds after New tied the score, 15 seconds after New Jersey tied the score, John Druce took a pass from John Tucker and knocked home the winning goal. With less than 3 minutes to play, Dino Ciccarelli scored an insurance goal to send the Caps back to the Meadowlands, and the series is all tied at 2-2. Playoffs has been Dino Ciccarelli. With 7 goals and 2 assists, Ciccarelli leads the NHL in playoff goals with a total of 7. He is second in scoring overall. In Game 1, Dino's 3-goal hat trick was the difference in the Capitals' overtime victory. Dino's been a thorn in the side of the Devils throughout this series, and his goal Wednesday night in Game 4 put the Caps' 3-1 victory on ice. It is this kind of goal scoring the Capitals had in mind when they acquired him last year for Mike Gartner.
Semi-final round. The Devils have many players who are capable of igniting a scoring attack, and one of them did it a couple of years ago against the Caps, Patrick Sundstrom.
Well, so far, Patrick Sundstrom has been kept pretty well in check. Did pick up the assist on the only New Jersey goal the other night, and John Conniff, in an effort to get him going, is moving him back to his old line mates. He'll play center tonight between McLean and Shanahan.
But when it comes to scoring, there's been nothing in this series or just about anywhere else around the National Hockey League playoffs to compare to Dino Ciccarelli.
Well, Jeff Rimmer talking with Dino, and you know that the Devils are going to try and key on him. They've got Pat Conacher back. They'll try and use him a little bit along with Shanahan to check him. But the other guy who's played well and has really been a story, except for Dino grabbing the headlines, I think it's been John Druce. John Druce coming in with 2 goals so far, including the game winner the other night. John Druce certainly doing a terrific job, working out there in a variety of different roles, out there killing penalties as well.
Okay, both the Capitals and the Devils are all set to go here at the Meadowlands, and we'll be back with the opening face-off. But first, we want to send things down once again to Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. Terry, we have to look back, first of all, on that Wednesday effort, and I thought, personally, it may have been the best all-around game the Caps have played in the playoffs.
I agree with you, Jeff. I've looked at that tape a couple of times, and I say the same thing. We executed very well in all areas, away from the puck, defensively and offensively, and particularly in the neutral zone. I was very pleased with our neutral zone gap as far as defense, keeping it tight and meeting the opposition at our blue line, and in turn our transition game offensively was good.
Don Beaupre, again starting in goal today, and what could you say more about Beaupre that you didn't say after that win?
Big part of the win was because of Don Beaupre. There's no question. He made some spectacular saves out there, and he's going to get called on to do the same tonight. It's going to be a difficult game.
What do you look for here tonight?
Well, you know, that's again, it's hard to know what to look for, Jeff. I read the papers, and they want to come at us more as a dump team now to force our defensemen to get some good forechecking in there. And some of the players are coming back and saying, well, you know, we have to stick with our strengths and enter the zone under control and still be creative out there. There's a little bit of controversy in their dressing room. I like that. It maybe helps us as far as execution of our game plan.
Is there any coaching controversy with all that's been written and said over the last couple of days?
Oh, absolutely there is. And it all started out, I mean, I'm not going to bail out on it. It started out with John Conniff coming out and saying that our tactics as far as contacts against their top defenseman was not the right thing to do. And then I came back and questioned his goaltender selection last game. And now today he's come out and said that normally coaches respect each other and don't second-guess them. Well, he started it. He second-guessed my game plan, so I have to respond.
Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
Let's go back upstairs.
Now look at the starting goaltenders for this evening's contest. For the Washington Capitals, it's once again Don Beaupre. 1-1 in 2 appearances, 99 minutes in goal and 4 goals against. He has the best goals against average of any of the goaltenders in this series, 2.42. No shutouts, and Mike Liut will back him up. And for New Jersey, it is Chris Terreri, who is undefeated. He's won both the games that he played, allowing 6 goals against for a 3.00 average. And backing him up is Sean Burke.
And Mike, Alex Alan May is out there right next to Troy Crowder. Neil Sheehy is paired up with Rod Langway. Jamie Huscroft is also on the ice. John Druce is up against Huscroft. There is plenty of muscle out there on both sides to start this hockey game.
Paul Stewart is the referee. The linesmen are Randy Mitten and Ryan Bozak, and we're underway with Game 5 as the Capitals control the faceoff. The puck cleared back inside the New Jersey zone, and here's Druce in to throw a hit in the corner. And now it's played back for Druce. He takes it to the side of the net, tries to center, gets a shot off, a rebound, and that's bounced away off Terreri. Now Langway a drive, and a save made. And Terreri has already stopped a couple of Washington shots here in the opening minute of the game. Now Morris up to center as the Caps had the pressure on. Now it's dumped back inside the Washington zone. Sheehy bumped on the backboard, plays it over on the right wing. And here comes Tim Berglund for Washington to center ice. Now across the blue line. Alan May throws the puck to the corner. The Capitals change up the line. And the Devils come back on the attack. Fetisov out to center ice for Crowder. Crowder to the Washington line. Throws it into the corner from Huscroft. And now it's picked up there by Dino Ciccarelli. Left side pass. Kelly Miller works it ahead to center ice. Stolen puck. And McLean dumps it back into the Washington zone. Beaupre clears it to the backboards now for Scott Stevens. Up the left wing side. Miller tries to clear the zone. Can't do it. It's kept in. Shanahan to the blue line and taken away there by Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli for Washington. Back to the blue line of New Jersey. The Devils control, and here's McLean to start out. Up to Brendan Shanahan. Shanahan chips it into the corner. And Scott Stevens goes back to take it. Leads it out now to Ridley. Ridley to center. Gets across the blue line. He's held up on the play. The puck goes to the corner. And back now is Randy Belichick to take it. Clears up the right wing boards. Kept in by Hatcher. Hatcher walks in front. Takes it behind the net. And can't get it centered. The Devils come back on the attack. Here is Sundstrom out to center ice. Patrick Sundstrom throws it back into the Washington zone. Played to the corner by Don Beaupre. Led up to center. It's just past Miller, who was exiting the ice and headed to the Washington bench. A lead pass too far for Claude Vilgrain. Goes all the way back inside the Capital zone. And here's Beaupre to play it up the right wing boards for Tucker. John Tucker bats it out of the zone with his glove. It hits a Devil player. The play is legal. Here comes Kortdahl. And his shot's blocked by Weinrich to the corner. Now Kirk Muller throws a hit against Tucker. Tucker with the puck. Tries to center. It bounces in front of the goal and is taken now by New Jersey's Peter Stastny. Over to Weinrich. Up the boards to the point. Kept in now by Hatcher. Hatcher bounces it wide of the New Jersey net. Now Stastny in behind the goal. Up the right wing it goes. Here's Vilgrain. Out of the zone to center ice. Capitals have had more pressure than has New Jersey here in the early going. This game almost 3 minutes old. Lead pass right side. Up to center comes Weinrich. Now over to Bruce Driver. A slap shot. Beaupre makes the save. That's the first shot that he has had to stop from the Devils. The play has been called here with 16:58 to play in the first period. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on DC20.
AT&T has just created a whole new way to look at the credit card. Introducing the AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card. This year, Americans will spend $1 billion on credit card fees. The question is why? There's no annual fee when you use the AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card.
So far, the Capitals have pumped 2 shots on Chris Terreri. Don Beaupre is yet to see his first shot as that last Devil rush called offside on the slap shot by Driver, not an official shot on goal. Capitals coming out strong in the early moments. You'd anticipate the New Jersey Devils feeling they need to start dominating early, but it's Washington with the good, quick chances. Terreri has been sharp so far, and Patrick Sundstrom did a nice job coming back to cut down an earlier rush by Kevin Hatcher.
Here's Scott Stevens to start back. Brings it ahead to center ice now for Pavanka. He throws it across the line and back inside the New Jersey zone. Now at the right point. Slap shot by Rouse, blocked, and back come the Devils. Here comes Pat Conacher, just returned to the Devil lineup after suffering an injury in Game 3. Fetisov tries to center. It's stolen by Stevens, and he clears it all the way down past Steve Leach. It'll be icing as Kasatonov is in to pick it up. Some pushing and shoving behind the play. Maley giving Steve Leach a shove and run him right into the referee, Paul Stewart. But Conacher back in after that knee injury suffered in the third game, kept him out of game 4. And as a result, with Conacher returning to the lineup, the Devils have scratched Bob Brook for tonight's game, as well as Tommy Albaline and Mark Johnson, as well as Yanni Oyanen. The injuries, Sylvain Turgeon and Walt Podubny from earlier. Neither of those players has seen action at all in this series. The Capitals have Scott Kleinendorst and Rob Murray scratched from the lineup tonight.
But Troy Kreider added into the lineup also means that both with the return of Conacher and the addition of Crowder, that's where Brook and Mark Johnson get the seats tonight. So you've added some muscle and a real good defensive player in Conacher.
Here's Danico from the point, kept in by Shanahan. Now brings it over to Patrick Sundstrom. Sundstrom into the corner. Tries to center. Hatcher has McLean tied up on the backboards and jams him in behind the net. Now Langway moves it into the corner. Randy Velishek has Cicerelli working on him. Langway steals the puck and clears it to the point. It's kept in there by Danico. Now Miller gets a stick on it. Back it comes to Langway. Up the boards, Langway throwing it out to center ice. Here's Cicerelli over skating, picked up by Kelly Miller. Miller across the line. Throws it into the corner, and Cicerelli's back to take it. Dino Cicerelli in behind the net. Over to the corner, gets punched in the head by Sundstrom. Cicerelli's helmet comes off, and the puck goes to the corner. Wrigley standing by over Velishek along with Kelly Miller, and the puck comes loose again. The Devils take charge. Here comes Ken Danico to center. In across the line. Fires a shot. Beaupre makes the save. McLean to the corner. Langway in to throw a hit on Sundstrom. Now the puck taken behind the net. Brendan Shanahan puts it behind the goal. Beaupre over to get it himself and clears it up the boards. Kept in by McLean. He shoots off the side of the Washington net. The crowd starts in on Cicerelli, chanting his name. And Dino Cicerelli gets a stick on it as the puck comes to center ice. Kirk Muller charging back inside the Washington zone, played by Beaupre, and up the boards again to Scott Stevens. Now it goes all the way down the ice, past Hunter. This will be icing as Weinrich is back to get it. 14:51 to go here in the first period. No score.
Look what Sizzlers put together for $6.99. For a limited time, you can get a grilled boneless breast of lemon herb chicken, a baked potato, cheese toast. You can get seafood salad and potato skins, fresh fruit, and a tostada with the works. You can even get pasta with your choice of sauces. Lemon herb chicken and Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar, all for just $6.99. But you better get it soon, because it's only available for a short time. Sizzler.
The first heavy bit of contact on Dino Cicerelli came from an unlikely source, Patrick Sundstrom. That shot to the head of Dino, right in front of Paul Stewart. No call. Dino had a few words for Paul Stewart afterwards, and they still have not credited the Devils with a shot on goal yet, officially.
Puck cleared outside the line by John Tucker, and the Devils again have to go back and get it. The alternate official for this game is Andy Van Helleman. That would lead us to think that he will be officiating in Game 6 at the Capitol Center on Sunday night. The off-ice officials are provided from the crew that normally works the Philadelphia Flyer games at the Spectrum. Stevens throws a hit on Conacher. The puck taken now by Tucker out to center. Here's a 2-on-1, but it's called back offside. And the Caps could have had a good break there had Tucker and Hunter been able to come in alone on Weinrich.
Well, they've had a couple of chances that just have failed to click so far. One thing Terry Murray has seen, and I think it's something he expected, the Devils certainly taking every opportunity to get the puck in deep. We have yet to see any really fancy plays made by the Devils. They're dumping and chasing a lot more than they have, and it was something that John Cunniff talked about. He's got so many European players, guys who are used to making the plays at the blue line, and he said he's got to get these guys to think what is right there in front of them. If there's a play to make, great, but if not, don't try and force it, just dump it in. Something that I know Terry Murray had a little trouble with his team early. He had tried to get these guys to start thinking about making plays, but they were trying to make plays even when they weren't ready to be made.
Mike Fornes with Al Koken and Jeff Rimmer here at the Brendan Byrne Arena at the Meadowlands of New Jersey. Scoreless game. We're 6 minutes into the contest. Michael Pavanka swinging at the head of Bruce Driver behind the play as the Devils clear it back into the Washington zone. Here's Langway. Up the boards. A shot goes wide. Now chased back to the right point by Weinrich. Alan May gives him a bump. Over to Troy Crowder. Sheehy given a shove. Here comes Pavanka. 3-on-2 to center. Into the skates of John Druce. Now Alan May tries to clear it to the blue line of New Jersey, but the Devils come back. Weinrich walks in, fires, and he sent that wide of the Capitals goal. Peter Stastny tries to pick it up. Kasatonov, a blast. That's wide of the net. And a big pileup in front of the Washington goal. We've got a penalty call as Neil Sheehy is going to be sent to the penalty box after wrestling Kurt Muller to the ice. The Capitals felt that Beaupre was being taken advantage of in there by Muller, and Beaupre comes out and has something to say to Stastny as he picks up his helmet, which had been knocked off, his face mask, and Sheehy continues to draw at Muller deep inside the Washington zone.
Man, what a day. I could sure use a vacation.
Yeah, I'd like to be right here.
Ice cold buds.
Hey, maybe tomorrow we should bring the boss.
Nah.
Well, the penalty call is Sheehy for roughing Muller for holding. Now watch right here. Watch Kurt Muller. He comes into the front of that net, and right there is where he grabs onto Don Beaupre. You see the arm of Paul Stewart. Nothing was called yet. Now he puts the arms up, and you see how he points to both players right there. So both guys were going to go off, but Chris Terreri assumed it was only against the Capitals, and he exited the New Jersey goal, and that could have been a dangerous situation.
Here comes Langway to center. Neither team has the power play as a result of the calls, and now here's Wrigley trying to center, but McLean takes over for New Jersey. Up to Brendan Shanahan. Long shot blocked by Langway. It goes back into the corner. Langway got a stick on it, but Beaupre had to come out with his goal stick and slide it wide. Now he has the same chore once again and just covers up as Hatcher is held up by McLean over on the sideboards. Now we've got another player being sent off the ice. It's going to be Brendan Shanahan. And he's going to get a misconduct. Brendan Shanahan of New Jersey has been given a misconduct penalty and is being taken back to the New Jersey penalty box.
Well, it was a little contact after the whistle that it looked like Shanahan was trying to initiate with Kevin Hatcher. And that's what gets the ire of Paul Stewart for the misconduct. Now here Don Beaupre comes out with that crazy carom. He jumps back in towards the net. Now keep your eye on number 11, Brendan Shanahan, if we can get that play to go farther. It was after the whistle, and that's what apparently gets Paul Stewart's interest and gets the penalty against Shanahan, the 10-minute misconduct, to take a pretty effective player in this series off the ice now for the next 10 minutes. Well, tickets for playoff game C, which is Sunday night at 7 o'clock, are on sale right now. You can pick them up at all X Ticket Center outlets or call phone charge. That number 432-0200. And tonight, operators on duty for an extra hour. They'll be available to talk to you until 11 p.m. So those tickets remain for Sunday night's game, and CAF management is requesting that all the fans in attendance on Sunday night wear white.
Well, the loss of Shanahan should affect the Devils should they come up with a power play advantage. Brendan Shanahan has a power play goal in this series. In fact, it was the game-winning goal of the third game. But he is off the ice now with a 10-minute misconduct call at 7:11. Here's an icing call against Washington.
Well, let's see if we can try and get another look at exactly what Shanahan did to get the misconduct. Now, we mentioned number 11 is Shanahan. Now the whistle has blown. Now watch first. Oh, there's it. It's on Langway. And I thought that he had some contact then with Kevin Hatcher. But that was well after the whistle, so the little shove to the face of Langway. And obviously the referee in this game, Paul Stewart, like his predecessors in this series, have been talked to by the supervisor officials working the series, Jim Christensen, and they're trying to crack down on all those post-whistle scrums. But Rob Schick did an effective job of that in Game 4 at the Capitol Center the other night.
The job that Schick performed, I believe, to be the best officiated game we have seen in the series so far. Here's a slap shot by Fetisov right on net, and the save made by Beaupre. Now the puck cleared all the way out to center ice. Here's Scott Stevens in across the blue line. Would have had Leach in free had he found him, but the puck went into the devil's skate. Now it's out to center ice. Here comes Crowder. Troy Crowder across the line. Drops it off Stastny. Back past Vilgrain, and his wrist shot hit Rouse and bounds all the way back to center.
There's an example. Peter Stastny not necessarily overpassing in terms of making a play, but he had an open shot and didn't take it, looking to try and make a fancy play.
Lead pass for Pavonka, cut off at the blue line, and Kasatonov trails back in to get it. He's rushed by Bob Joyce. The puck comes loose to Pavonka. Back over to Steve Leach. Here's Leach for Washington. Checked on the play. Joyce in to try and get it. And Kasatonov hits him. Now it's cleared up the boards, and Scott Stevens tries to work it loose. Kicks it along the boards into the corner, and Stastny is back to take it now for New Jersey. No score in the game, 11:25 to play, first period. Here comes a break for Vilgrain. He fires, but Beaupre with a pad save. Stevens comes back to Joyce. Bob Joyce inside the New Jersey line taken over, and both teams have line changes going now. Tucker runs into Velishek at the blue line. The puck cleared out to center. And back again is Kevin Hatcher to dump it on into the New Jersey zone. Fetisov hit by Courtnall. The puck played to the corner. Tucker, a shot, and a goal! Dale Hunter off a perfect deflection of a pass from Courtnall, or from Tucker from the corner, and Washington jumps in front, scoring the first goal of the game, 1-0.
And the first goal of this series has been vital. No team who has scored the first goal in the previous 4 games has lost. The lead has never changed hands, but it starts with that hit right there on Fetisov. He's hearing footsteps. He throws that pass up. The Capitals are able to keep it in. Tucker working the corner, and Dale Hunter working the front of the net. Right there, it was only Tucker, so Fetisov, instead of having a chance to make a play, gets rid of the puck because he knows he's going to get blasted, and that type of pressure, almost defense pairing on that Soviet defense pairing, has been a major factor in the Capitals' success in this series.
John Tucker, the lone assist on Dale Hunter's second goal of the playoffs. Time of the goal, 9:03 of the first period. Washington leads 1-0. Here's a centering pass for Alan May. That's blocked wide to the corner. Now Velishek back to hold up May once again. Danico in to get it. He's hit by Berglund. Back to the point. Shot taken by Hatcher. Cleared by the Devils all the way back to the Washington blue line. And now John Druce up to Berglund. Dumps it on into the New Jersey zone, and the Capitals complete the line change. Eric Weinrich backboards it over now to Velishek. He leads to Brown. Doug Brown to center ice. Into the Washington zone. Back to the corner it goes to John Morris. Now out to Sundstrom. He centers for Brown, but Langway is there and deflects it to the corner. Rod Langway, the Washington captain, works to center ice. Gets across the blue line. Has it poked free by Weinrich, and back come the Devils on a 3-on-3. Sundstrom to the blue line of the Capitals. Checked by Langway. Into the corner, Sheehy. In to tie up McLean. The puck centered, but right to Kelly Miller, and he sends it off Ridley's stick out to center ice. Caps leading 1-0, 9:30 to go here in the first period of the game. Back into the corner goes Weinrich. Lead pass ahead to McLean on the right wing. Works to center. He's across the blue line. McLean backhands it. Right in front of the net it goes, and Beaupre deflects a shot wide. The puck in the corner. Ridley doesn't see it, has to go back for it now, but finds time to give it off to Scott Stevens. He brings to center, and Leach dumps it in. Sundstrom taking a swing with his stick at Bob Rouse. And the puck cleared onto the Washington line. Here's Muller stealing from Stevens, and Rouse takes him over. Bob Rouse hangs on to Kirk Muller in the corner. Centering pass, grabbed and high in the slot by Joyce. He works it ahead to Leach across the line. Here's Pavonka, a shot, caught by Terreri. And he plays it up the boards now to Stastny. Stastny to Vilgrain, right side Stastny. Down the middle, and Hatcher's there to move it out. Kevin Hatcher, a Ahead to Leach. He's across the line to Courtnall. A 3-on-1. A pass, a shot, and Hatcher fires it wide. Now into the corner once again. A hit by Muller to knock down Courtnall. And Vilgrain comes out with a puck for New Jersey. Brings it ahead to center. Slap shot blocked by Beaupre to the corner. Over is Kevin Hatcher to pick it up. Here's Hatcher into the skates of Courtnall. Courtnall turns back at his own line and works it past Maley out to center ice. Dale Hunter for Washington. Into the blue line of New Jersey. Checked by Danico on the play. The puck cleared by Velishek up the boards. And now Brown finally carries it on to center ice. Doug Brown for the Devils. Poke check by Langway. The puck comes to Conacher. Here's Pat Conacher coming on the left wing side. Takes it behind the net. Tried to wrap it around. Beaupre was being interfered with in front and couldn't have covered had the puck come in front of the net. Now Courtnall clears it out of the zone to center ice. Brown drives it right back into Washington territory. Here's Langway to start back. Up to Hunter. Taken over now by John Morris of New Jersey. Left side for Velishek. Throws it back into the corner of the Washington zone, and Sheehy is in after it. Neil Sheehy backs it up for Scott Stevens. And Stevens guides it ahead now to Ridley. Mike Ridley to center. In across the blue line. Ridley on the left wing. Coming on. Ridley takes it behind the net. He tries to center in front, but it's poked out of the zone. And McLean steering it all the way back to the Washington line. Bob Rouse to take it. Over to Scott Stevens. Leads a pass too far for Miller. This will be icing if the Devils recover first. And Driver is there to pick it up. And he gets the whistle. 6:41 to go in the first period. The Capitals have a 1-0 lead over the Devils in Game 5.
Each working day in Washington, D.C., hundreds of thousands of vehicles take to the streets. Now when they do, they'll have the opportunity to fill up with a reformulated gasoline. New Shell SU 2000E, designed to lower harmful hydrocarbon vapor emissions from your car. It won't end our city's air pollution, but it's a good beginning. So come to Shell, experience the difference, and make a difference.
Well, if this series goes 7, the 7th game will be played here at the Meadowlands in New Jersey on Tuesday night. And, of course, we'll have the broadcast for you live and exclusively here on WDCA TV 20 beginning at 7:30 p.m.
Dale Hunter's second goal of the playoffs. John Tucker with the assist at the 9:03 mark of this first period. That's the lone mark on the score sheet so far in the goal-scoring column. Here's Kelly Miller working to the blue line. Right side, Cicerelli. He tries to go in front for Ridley, but the pass too far, and back comes New Jersey on the attack. Out to center. Here's Vilgrain across the line. In with Muller to Vilgrain. Stevens poke checks it to the corner. Now Weinrich trying to center. And the puck cleared up the boards for Michael Pavanka. Pavanka to Kelly Miller. Works to center ice. Right side. Here's Bob Rouse back to Pavanka coming on. A backhand shot. And a save made by Terreri. Now Vilgrain starts back. Up to Stastny. In across the line. Langway takes over. And brings it back behind the goal to Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher headmans the puck. Here comes Pavanka to center. In across the blue line for Alan May, but Stastny is there and steals. He comes ahead to Doug Brown. Brown across the blue line. Langway takes the man. Hatcher clears the puck. Fetisov bats it down in the corner. John Druce kicks it out from his skates and starts ahead right side now for Al May. May to center. Dumps it back in the New Jersey zone. Terreri backs it into the corner now for Fetisov up the right wing to Brown. Doug Brown to center ice. In across the blue line. Coming on is Maley, walks in front. Beaupre gets knocked down in the crease. But the Capitals come back with possession. Here comes Hunter, right side Courtnall. Hatcher's high in the slot. Here's a pass, but it's deflected all the way to the point for Stevens. Chased to the corner now by Courtnall. Courtnall back to get it, and Kasatonov works it to the blue line, now over to Conacher. Again to Fetisov. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Capitals lead 1-0 in this game. Beaupre drops it behind the net. And Kevin Hatcher there to pick it up. Off the glass all the way out to center ice. Danico starts back now into the skates of John Morris. But Hunter steals and pokes it to the New Jersey line. Patrick Sundstrom Over to Danico. Danico leads it out to McLean. Left side to Velishek. Now back again to Danico. Off the boards to McLean. Devils starting to hear some boos from their fans here in the Meadowlands. Stevens throws a hip check and trips up Sundstrom on the play. Ridley's back to get the puck. But it's played behind the net for Neil Sheehy. He bats it up the boards for Scott Stevens. Stevens keeps it going to Mike Ridley. Ridley out to Courtnall at center ice, and Danico puts a cross check on Courtnall, bumping him, now knocks him to the ice with a punch from the left hand, knocking Courtnall down. Now Sheehy comes in and bumps McLean down. And we'll see if any additional penalties are called. We knew that New Jersey was going to get a call already. And Paul Stewart is now headed over to the penalty box to make his penalty calls. We'll be back with the results after this.
Amtrak is the better way to Atlantic City. Special bonuses add to the fun. Daily service. Call your travel agent or call Amtrak at 1-800-USA-RAIL.
Bye-bye, old boy. Ken Danico gets a call for roughing at 16:06. Time for the first Circuit City power play contest of the night. Betsy Ballinger of Bowie, Maryland, has chosen Allie Johansson as the Caps player to score on this power play. If Johansson scores, Betsy, you receive a video or stereo unit courtesy of Circuit City.
Well, Calle Johansson hasn't scored any goals yet in this series, but he's been one of the Capitals' better players at +3. Kevin Hatcher, Calle Johansson, and Kelly Miller of the Capitals are all tops in that department at +3 for the Washington Capitals. Johansson has 4 assists, and he's tied for the assist lead with Kevin Hatcher.
Well, the Devils certainly crashing the net as they did in Game 4. There you see the very tail end of it with David Maley sailing into Don Beaupre. He's been run twice already tonight.
On the power play, here's Kevin Hatcher. Washington at 17%, scoring 4 goals in 24 chances, same as New Jersey. Devils have killed off 20 of 24. Here's Calle Johansson. Up the right wing boards now for Pavanka. Pavanka works it out to center ice. He's across the blue line. Now Pavanka going into the corner. Throws it back to the point. Johansson's out there. He's got the puck. Brings it over on the right wing to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli sets up at the circle and drops it off. At the point is Johansson. He goes to Pavanka. Slap shot. It's deflected wide. Chased up the boards. Hatcher has it. Into the corner again for Ciccarelli. Checked by Fetisov, and it's cleared now by Conacher all the way back inside the Washington zone. Shanahan still seated in the penalty box, serving his misconduct call. He's due out at the next whistle. Here's Johansson again to start out from behind his own net. 51 seconds to go in the Washington power play. Caps leading 1-0. Courtnall drives it into the corner. Here's Hunter off the glass. Courtnall back to the point to Johansson. Turns it off the stick of Hunter right in front. Terreri helps that along wide, and the Devils cleared all the way down the ice. Beaupre for Stevens. Right side now for Rouse. Out to center, and here comes Courtnall across the line. In the New Jersey zone. Courtnall held up by Sundstrom. He works it back to center. And Scott Stevens goes back to get it. Right wing pass for Hunter. 12 seconds left in the power play. Here's a shot by Courtnall. Blocked in front by Driver. Good play by Bruce Driver of the Devils. Now the puck comes out to Sundstrom at center. Over to Velishek. He clears it all the way back to the Washington line. And that ends the penalty call to Danico. And the Devils are back at full strength. Kasatonov in the corner. Slides it off the boards and clears it all the way down the ice. Sheehy has to get to it first to call off the icing. He doesn't do it. Billgrain beats him to it. Now Langway tries to work it free. Over to Sheehy. The Caps have possession. Here's a lead pass out to center ice. Kelly Miller on the left wing. Gets across the blue line. A slap shot, a save, a rebound. Taken over now by John Druce. He fires, and a glove save by Terreri. The Caps keep the pressure on, but it's still a 1-0 Washington lead.
You could win one of 1,990 prizes in Trustworthy's No Problem Sweepstakes. Register and save during our biggest spring problem solver sale ever.
Buy Black & Decker's cordless 2-speed drill and get a 6-piece screwdriver bit set free.
Drive screws without stripping with Black & Decker's new adjustable torque cordless screwdriver.
Get the edge on your lawn with Black & Decker's deluxe 1.25 horsepower edger.
We're the problem solvers.
You can really say that Chris Terreri has kept his side in this game. The Devils down 1-0, but Terreri's made a couple of excellent saves. Getting a much better focal role tonight is Claude Vilgrain. He is out there playing with Muller and Stastny. As we told you, Sundstrom, who had normally been playing with these guys over the last three games, has now been moved back with his usual line mates McLean and Shanahan. So that means Vilgrain has been upgraded and is on a real top line right now.
Here's Vilgrain on the right wing, brings it out to center ice for Danico. He lugs it back inside the Washington zone. Vilgrain to the corner, pokes it past Langway. Hatcher's there to get it. Kevin Hatcher starts up the boards. Belichick with some good forechecking, but here's Pavelka, a break for Bob Joyce. But it's beyond his stick, and Terreri simply pushes it on into the corner. We're in the final minute of play in this first period. Danico into hit Pavelka. Vilgrain takes the puck for New Jersey. He starts out. Left side for Belichick. Throws it all the way down back into the Washington zone, and Scott Stevens is back for it. Avoids a check from Vilgrain, and now Hatcher tries to move the puck along the boards. Here comes Kevin Hatcher. Up to center ice, 3-on-2. Gets inside the New Jersey zone. Hatcher takes it behind the net, tries to center it. Terreri has covered the puck, and the referee, Paul Stewart, rules it is not across the line. Looks like the Capitals' Steve Leach is down there trying to get a good view of it from behind the net. But the ruling is that Terreri has stopped it.
And is that where it was? Is that unbelievable? Look, he's got a little cut there in his pads, and is that where that puck ended up? Now watch, his pads are very, very close to being completely over the goal line. But right there, if it's in that top part of those pads, then Paul Stewart makes the correct call. Very dangerous. The Capitals have had a number of great scoring opportunities. Here Kevin Hatcher holds on with Terreri committing and tries to have that quick wraparound, but the reactions of Chris Terreri showing you that cat-like quickness in the crease, getting over there to prevent a 2-0 Capital lead. They've got a face-off in the Devil end.
Sundstrom clears it rink wide, now chases it, and starts out with a puck to his own blue line. Up to center ice. He brings it to Driver. Driver's hit by Cicerelli, and now Scott Stevens backhands it all the way down. Time running out in the period. Weinrich gets there with just 2 seconds left, forcing an icing call and a face-off back in the Washington zone.
And I'm sure Terreri will come out as the Devils will put a sixth attacker to try and get some sort of miracle face-off play in these 2 seconds. Certainly time enough to do it if you win the draw cleanly, and no doubt should be Peter Stastny. I would think Stastny has been the best of the Devil face-off men, although right now Patrick Sundstrom is out there at the center ice position. Well, it looks like it is going to be Sundstrom. A little surprise here because Stastny really has been by far the most dominating of all the New Jersey face-off men. A number of occasions has won draws very clean. Now apparently it's going to be Muller take this draw. Maybe he's just going to try and bullet for it.
Muller and Hunter, and the draw is won, but it gets away from Weinrich. So that ends the period as Crowder starts to push and shove in there with Langway and Stevens in the aftermath. But the period is over. Shots on goal in the first period, 8 for Washington, 4 for the Devils, and the Capitals take a 1-0 lead on Dale Hunter's second goal of the playoff series. More live exclusive hockey coverage coming your way right after we pause for these messages on WDCA.